Okay, so this video is going to be on extract 20, which is from Act 3, Scene 4. It's a very long scene. This is quite a way into the scene, and it is the moment before the fight of Sir Andrew and Viola dressed as Cesario. Okay, so that did not help, having my pen right there. Here we go. So sorry, the preparation that we've had for this moment is Andrew's jealousy of Cesario, which he discusses with Sir Toby. The letter of challenge, which Sir Toby and Fabian urge Sir Andrew to write, but is never delivered to Cesario. In fact, Sir Toby delivers the challenge himself. And then Sir Toby and Fabian effectively setting both Sir Andrew and Cesario up and pitting them against each other. Andrew's jealousy of Cesario stems from the way he sees Olivia, who he thinks is that he is a suitor for, the way she treats Cesario with much more favor than she treats him. And this moment prepares us later. And in a way, this fight is very much just for the comedy. You could take, when Georgina wrote the script for our version, we did contemplate taking this scene out. But the reason we didn't take it out was because it leads up to Sir Andrew mistaking Sebastian for Cesario. He's with Sir Toby at that point, and he issues a challenge again after this fight. He says something provoking, not realizing that Sebastian is in fact that it is in fact Sebastian and not Cesario, and that as a man he quite happily accepts that challenge and fights back. And then that in turn leads us to the revelation that both Sebastian and Viola are still alive, and it's their reunion that we build up to. Okay, and in this scene, there's lots of opportunities for physical comedy. There's lots of gulling. There's lots of foolishness and foolery and making fools of Sir Andrew and to some extent Viola. And there's lots of room for bawdy jokes and innuendos about swords. So without further ado, let's look at the scene in more detail. So re-enter Sir Toby Belch and Sir Andrew, and this comes a part in the scene where we've had Sir Andrew and Sir Toby, Viola and Sir Toby, and Fabian, and then they've gone off briefly, and we've got Sir Toby and Andrew coming back on. Now, you know, whether these entrances and exits are played on the stage exactly by or directed like that, or whether it's like a cross cut where you can see all four actors on the stage at once. I mean, in this version here, it's got the entrances and exits, so that's what we go with. So re-enter Sir Toby and Sir Andrew. Viola and Fabian have gone off. Fabian is trying to wind Viola up so that she wants to fight, but also she's terrified because she knows she's not man enough, and Fabian's telling her just how brave and manly and what an amazing swordsman Sir Andrew is, which is all a big joke because we know he's a coward. Okay, so Toby says, "Why, man? He's the very devil," and he means here Cesario. "I have not seen such a farrago." Now this word, if you look in your Arden edition, comes from the word virago or virago, which means two things. First, it was a ferocious warrior-like man and a description of somebody like that, but also apparently has been used by Adam in the Bible as a word for Eve. And so we've got this kind of loaded word here, which perhaps pokes fun at Viola's or Cesario's womanliness and lack of manliness, but also it certainly provides dramatic irony for any audiences who would know the word, because of course we know that she is in fact a woman. And then all of this bit here, I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard and all. And he gives me the stuck in with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they step on. They say he has been fencer to the Sophie. Okay, so this is all building up Cesario's character as a warrior, as a competent or expert, even swordsman, and all these fencing references as well are always full of innuendo. They're always lots of phallic imagery when we're talking about swords. And Sir Andrew, true to form, is a coward. He doesn't want to get involved. I'll not meddle with him. Okay, and this is exactly what Sir Toby wants to achieve. He wants to terrify Sir Andrew because he knows that Sir Andrew is a big coward and won't fight. And Sir Toby lays it on even more thick. And he says, "Aye, but he will not now be pacified, like it's too late. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder." And of course, what we've got here with the scarce hold him yonder is this opportunity for physical comedy. Either you've got Fabian and Viola on stage, or they enter here. And this kind of gives you a suggestion as to how this entrance would be. The way we did it in our production was that Fabian was indeed trying to hold Viola, but hold her from running away, not hold her from attacking, okay, which is a suggestion. And, you know, that's the kind of entrance you could have here, with Fabian dragging Viola on. And Sir Andrew, again, plague on it. And I thought he had been valiant and so cunning in fence, I'd have seen him damned ere I'd have challenged him. So what he's saying, if I had thought he had been valiant, brave, and very good at fencing, I wouldn't have challenged him. Let's let the matter slip and I'll give him my horse, Grey Capulet. Okay, so Andrew's looking for ways out of this duel that he's been egged into and tricked into setting up. And Sir Toby picks up on this comment about the horse and says, okay, I'll make a motion. I'll go and put it to him. But he has absolutely no intention of offering the horse to Cesario. And he says to Andrew, make a good show on it. Like, come on, look brave, look tough. And this gives us another great opportunity for some physical comedy here and direction. Like what you should do here is go and have a look at the Globe version, the Emma Rice version, and when you watch the version on YouTube from the National with the female Malvolio, you should have a look. How is Andrew played in this moment? Okay. And then he says aside, and this is what's great about this scene, is there's lots of like toing and froing between the characters and who they're saying things to. And this is aside, probably to the audience to make them laugh. He says, Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. And the idea is he's taking complete control, like almost like Sir Andrew is the horse and dumb enough to be the horse in this situation. And of course, again, reiterating that there's no intention of actually giving this offer about the horse. And then Viola and Fabian come in, and Fabian and Toby speaks only to Fabian here. So again, the audience are privy to all of these conversations going on that Viola's not privy to and Sir Andrew's not privy to. He says, I have his horse to take up the quarrel. And this is laughing at what's going on here. I've persuaded him, the youth's a devil. And they are laughing he's laughing at his own joke here. And, you know, reiterating it to Fabian, who says, yes, I've pretty much done the same thing. So what he means here is Cesario is convinced that Sir Andrew is equally terrifying, and he's really, really, he's knocking at the knees, he's shaking in his boots. So Sir Toby then says to Viola, well, there's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for oath's sake. And so this is all about honour now, and a code of honour. That he's vowed he'll do it, so he'll have to do it. Marry, he hath better bethought him of this quarrel. And he finds that now scarce be worth talking of. He's like, look, he's thought better of it, but he can't talk about it because that would just go against honour. So therefore, draw for the supportance of his vow. Well, if he's upholding his vow, you need to uphold your vow. He protests he will not hurt you. So there's this thing where, often duels were fought and you'd fire into the air, if anyone's seen Hamilton. And that would be the suggestion that satisfaction had been, achieved, but no one was actually in danger. And there's the whole way through this is a suggestion of this code of honour, which is ironic because there's nothing honourable about Sir Andrew and his cowardliness that we've been told about in Act 1, Scene 3. And this is exactly this cowardliness that is being played upon by Fabian and Sir Toby. And then Viola says, aside, pray God defend me, a little thing, and thing apparently was a slang word for penis, would make me tell them how much I lack of a man. Well, you've got the double meaning here. The suggestion is lacking the manliness to fight, but also she's actually a woman and lacking, obviously, this little thing. So you've got these bawdy jokes and innuendos here, so nice comedy for the audience. And then Sir Toby says, come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. The gentleman will, for his honour's sake, have one bout with you. Okay, same argument that he's given to Viola, he's now giving to Sir Andrew, even using the same language, there's no remedy. He cannot by the duello avoid it, but he has promised me, as he is a gentleman, and look, he's just so excited to add, and a soldier, literally building Cesario up even higher and a more able swordsman to terrify Andrew further. He will not hurt you. Well, of course we know they're not going to hurt each other because they just are both terrified. And then we get this lovely exchange here. Pray God he keep his oath. And Viola is like, I assure you 'tis against my will. And there's this lovely moment here where you think, Andrew's like, oh God, I hope he doesn't hurt me. And Viola, if she says it to him, again, is like, oh my God. Well, he believes that this not hurting him will be against her will, okay? And then they draw and fight, and this is a great opportunity for a director to direct this very silly fight between two people who desperately don't want to fight each other. Best thing to do for this, go and watch the Globe version, go and watch the Emma Rice version, go and watch the national version. It's on YouTube for a week from tomorrow, April 23rd, 2020. All three do it differently, and there's opportunity to put that into your essay. Okay.